We always want more out of life. We want more things. We want a better physique. We want better relationships. We wish that we could have better internal dialogue. We wish that we could feel better about ourselves, that we have more energy. But at the same time, we often cling to so many things that do not allow us to actually feel these things. And because we cling on to these things, we cannot achieve these things that we really want. And I just came out of a call with one of my clients, for example, who had been fighting. It felt like he'd been fighting against life and been swimming upstream, and life had given him 10,000 signs to go one way, and yet he kept fighting towards something else. And why? Because we cling to this idea that what we believe or what we do is supposed to be good. We cling to beliefs or a career or a relationship, and we hold on to this with everything that we have because we almost are afraid of what it might say about us if that comes to an end, and we might not know how to deal with that. And especially we think about what other people will think of us when a relationship fails, when our career maybe is not suited for us and we fail in that career. And the funny thing is that it is often all of these thoughts that aren't real, that have not come to pass yet, that we are not sure if they would even come to pass, about what others might think of us, how others might judge us if we make another decision, if we have to give up on something that we've been holding onto for such a long time. So we keep holding on to this thing and we keep trying to make it work, and we don't even want to make it work. But the thing that we really don't want is to be judged by others. Yet this judgment by others only lives in our mind. It doesn't live in reality. It has not come to pass yet. So we find ourselves in this struggle, in this wrestling match with life that we are never going to win, and life is just literally waiting for us to kind of surrender to it. Life is literally waiting for us to say, well, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of this battle. I'm tired of this wrestling match that I'm never going to win. And you know what? I'm going to surrender to the flow of life, and I'm going to take this step back. I'm going to accept defeat, and that's what it will feel like until you do it, and then you will understand that it's never defeat in the first place, but that it's just simply redirection. And it's because we think of it as defeat, because we've put so much time and effort into something, that we want to make that time and effort worth something, and we want to have a tangible result, or we want to have a social result. A gain in our social status or economic status is usually what we go for. And then when we don't have this, we don't want to look like a fool, but we only look like a fool because we keep continuing with the thing that is clearly not working for us, and we keep holding on to this, and we expect to get something from this thing that is never going to give us. And it is this image, this idea that we have, that it's all about defeat or failure, that keeps us from actually just letting go of it, so that we can move into the direction that life is trying to point us towards, the direction that is made for us, the direction that helps us live in alignment. And it makes sense because we're so afraid of what other people might think of us, because everyone judges, and because online everyone's life is fucking perfect, right? But it's not. Not everyone's life is perfect. But you don't see these struggles because the struggles are not cool to show, because we care about what other people think. So we don't. It's so paradoxical. The things that you really want in life, if you notice that you're in a situation where it is just not happening, and you force and you force and you force, but it's only making you feel worse. It is only causing your relationships to suffer, and you feel deep down that it's just not the right thing, then for the love of God, please let go. Because the things that you really want often are on the other side of letting go. Because that the moment that you let go of the fight, the battle, of the wrestling match, of the fear of failure, of the fear of judgment, if you let go of these things and you just accept, you know what? Clearly, this is not where I'm supposed to go. Clearly, this is not how I'm supposed to feel. If you truly feel unhappy, if you truly feel miserable, if you keep constantly second guessing yourself and you come to the same conclusion, then perhaps doing the exact same thing that you've always done isn't the right option, but changing it is. And that means that you have to let go. And that doesn't mean that you have to accept failure or accept defeat. It's nothing like that. It is redirection into something else. The thing that you are afraid of, the thing that you call failure, it might be the best thing that ever happens to you. Most of the time it actually is. Most of the time it's actually something that you need. Because by letting go of all of these expectations, by all of these fears, by all of this fear of judgment, letting go of this wrestling match, when you let go of all of that, then naturally new things arrive in your life. New things have the opportunity to arrive. The things that have always been there are now for the first time visible, because your fears, your perspective of the world allows you to see certain things. It only allows you to see certain options. And if you are governed by fear of judgment, if you are governed by a battle that isn't letting you rest, if you are governed by constantly second guessing and doubting yourself if you're doing the right thing, if you're constantly stressed, for example, then you don't see these other things. And it is only in letting go of all of these things that these other options that have always been there, but were hiding behind this wall of doubt and fear and bullshit and everything that you clung on to, all of these things now all of a sudden become clear. And then new options arrive. And then you will see that then it becomes a fucking comedy. All of this worry, all of this fighting, it becomes kind of a comedy because you see how much time and effort you spent into holding on to something that was never going to work in the first place. And you'll basically see the comedy in worrying so much about something that really you never needed to worry about in the first place. All of the fears that you had, all of the imagined fear is never going to be real. And I have seen this in my own life, where when I hit rock bottom, I was trying to keep fighting. And I was trying to keep making it work. And I was trying to hold up my reputation as a successful entrepreneur, as a successful sales guy. And I kept posting the pictures online and the stories, and I kept trying, and it just fucking wasn't going. And eventually I was so tired that I just said, you know what, I'm going to just surrender to life, because clearly this is not the thing that I'm supposed to do. Clearly this is not the thing that God wants of me, because this is not normal. This is not how I'm supposed to feel. This thing is not making me happy. And instead of seeing it as a failure, which I at that time saw, I very soon came to realize that I was being redirected. Because the moment that I surrendered, first off, I could finally breathe, and I could finally let go of all of these worries and all of these things, and I didn't have to fucking go. I didn't have to worry anymore. And then the second thing is that I realized that all the things that I worried about weren't really that bad. Like nothing really terrible happened. Like no one is going to laugh at you. No one is going to think less of you. Everyone goes through their shit. I'll do you one better. No one actually really gives a shit. That's the truth. Like no one really gives a shit. The only people that really give a shit are the people who are off worse. So they need you so that they can project on you. But no one really gives a shit. Everyone's going through their own stuff. Everyone has their own battles. Everyone's got their own thoughts. Everyone's got their own fucking shit. Everyone's got their own fucking worries. No one gives a shit. If you have to move back in with your parents, if you lose all of your money, if you have to sleep on a sofa of a friend. And then the third thing that I found, it immediately made me very excited for the comeback. And it immediately made me see that this is simply temporary. This is simply a part of a more grand story. And in a year from now, in 2 years from now, in 3 years from now, I have an amazing story to tell, and this is going to be part of it. This is not the end. This is not where my life, this is not the end of the fucking book, the end of the fucking movie. No. This is the pivotal moment that is going to catapult me forward to new heights that I've never, ever experienced before. It is the redemption arc, the activation of the redemption arc. That is what it is. It is the activation of the comeback. And you will now come back with so much more data, with so much more lessons, with so much more knowledge about who you don't want to be, about how you do not want to worry the same way again like you've done before, about who you could trust and who you shouldn't trust, about what things you are definitely not going to do anymore and what things you are really going to focus on this time. You have so much knowledge, so much power, and the beautiful thing is that now you have a blank page. Like you can literally design your life from ground zero, from a blank page. Nothing is too crazy. If you let go of all of the stuff that you've been holding on to for such a long time, there is nothing at that point to fight for anymore besides coming back as the best version of you and finally realigning with who you were always supposed to be. And it finally gives you that moment. And that's where a lot of people find themselves, and a lot of people want all of these things in life. And I wanted this as well. And it's maybe one step back, but it will definitely catapult you forward 10 steps. I've noticed this myself when I had to take a step back and I had to literally tell God, I've tried it my way. And it didn't work. Look at what happened. I give control to you. I surrender to you. And I'm not going to fight. I'm going to accept what life is going to give me because I believe that life has the best thing for me. I believe that life wants good things for me. And the moment that I did that, everything shifted. And I took life as it is. And it's not going to be all rainbows and sunshine. There's still going to be hard times. But you will handle those hard times differently because now you are guided and governed by something bigger than fear, guilt, shame, resentment. You're guided by faith. You are guided by a grander vision of a story that is still ongoing. You are governed and guided by something that is stronger than anything that you can hold on to. That is a really good place to be in. But you get there by understanding what things in my life are just not for me. And you really have to think about this. You really have to see these things. You really have to understand the career, the relationships, the thoughts that I have. What is reoccurring? What is causing this? Is this really what I want? Is this really what life is supposed to be like? Am I actually really doing the thing that I always wanted to do? Are you actually living the life that you want? I have to go down a little bit because I'm too zoomed in. Like if you're at that point, you can now literally redesign your life and just redesign it in such a way where you can do the things that you really want to do. And you can ask yourself, is this really what I wanted to do all along? Have I been doing the things that I really wanted to do? And it's also the moment where you stop giving shit about what other people think, because you've accepted your situation. And when you stop fighting against life and when you accept your situation, then the world around you accepts you as well. That's how it works. So within, so without. I'm gonna go back again because it's like my back is hurting. This is better. So the power of letting go is in understanding if the things that you are doing now are contributing to what you really want, and if they align with who you really are. And more often than not, when I work with my clients, for example, I find that we hold on to so many things, beliefs about ourselves, fears, ideas about what others might think of us. That's a really big one. We are very afraid of what others might think of us if we stop a thing that we've been putting so much time and effort in. But by that very definition, we are not doing things for ourselves, but we are doing things just so that other people will look at us and think that we're doing something, even though we don't really like doing it, because we're not doing it for ourselves. It's fucking stupid. And it's comical if you think about it. And sometimes you have to go through that period. There is no one that can teach you that. There's no one that can give you that. Sometimes that's that road that you have to walk by yourself, that you have to go through to understand what is true about you. But more often than not, we hold on to so many things from our past because at a certain point in our life, they gave us something. They protected us from something. But they are not giving us something anymore. They're not protecting us from something anymore. Those things actually become the very thing that sabotages us from living the life that we really want. Because the life that you really want isn't in the future. It isn't out there. It is right here, right now. The life that you want isn't something that you attain. It's something that you decide to be, to live in this very moment, every single day. Regardless of what situation, you have that power. And thinking about what other people think of you, it is probably the worst thing that you can do, but it's probably one of the biggest reasons why people hold on to so many things, because we're afraid of what others might think of us if we fail or if we accept failure, which it isn't. It is redirection. And I think that is the word that you need to keep in mind. Redirection. Stop trying to force life. Stop trying to force your will on life. You are in it. Ride the wave. Flow with life. Listen, because it is there. All the answers are there, but you have to listen. You have to listen to the voice of God, to the voice inside. You cannot listen if you're constantly on this. You cannot listen if you're focused on what other people think of you. And I was so damn afraid of what other people might think of me. And the moment that I let that go, everything changed for me. My whole world opened up and I could finally step into the version of me that I knew was always there. And once you do that, then things start to really flow. Then life becomes enjoyable, and then you will have great results, great achievement. You will attain many things in life without it feeling like an uphill battle all the time, without it feeling like a struggle, without it feeling like a fucking wrestling match. Let go. Look at your life. What are you holding on to that you shouldn't be? What are you holding on to, and for what reason? Figure that out and understand what it exactly is that you need to let go, because the moment that you let go, something else will replace it. This is the nature of the universe. The universe, nature, it hates a vacuum. The moment something empties up, something else comes in. But when you hold on to negativity, the positive cannot enter. When you hold on to low frequencies, you cannot ascend to a higher frequency. The moment that you let go of all of that, you will naturally ascend to a higher frequency. And when you ascend to a higher frequency, that's when the rest of life starts to align with all of that as well. So within, so without. Let go.